Hello, this is Camaro Bruce. I'm going to do a walk around and a startup on this 1997 Suzuki GXSR 1100. This was a bike that was, somebody bought it that said, oh, it was sat in a museum and, it's in really good condition. But in other words, that means that somebody had it sitting for 10 years someplace, and it's exactly what it was. It had 2,600 miles on it when I purchased it. Tank was full of rust, nasty gas. We had to flush the tank and do the acid wash on it, completely rebuild the carburetors, flush the lines, put new tires on it. But now it's a really nice bike to ride, except the foot pegs there, in my opinion, are up a little bit high. They kind of make it a little uncomfortable for a cruiser. And, it's just a transition bike. It has 156 crank horse, and with the stock exhaust, this bike really screams down the road. If you want it to go, I'm sure it's rated to go 170 miles an hour. Kind of you can see a lot of things on this bike that the Hayabusa has. The next year or so, in 1999, they came out with the Hayabusa, gave it a lot more horsepower, and a lot of similarities. I have a couple Hayabusas, and if you put them side by side, you can see where they transitioned at, with the nice aluminum frames, the big monster exhaust pipes on it that are just nice and quiet. A lot of that was probably due to emissions, but it's a really nice looking bike, the last of the 1100s before they, like I said, transitioned into the GXSR 1000s, which is a whole totally different bike, and the Hayabusas. Anyway, I'm gonna open the garage door here and I'll do a startup. It's just a different, like I said, a lot of times the last of a run is usually a different bike, not a real special bike in my opinion, but it's a great running motorcycle. It rides like it's supposed to. Brakes are nice, and let me start it up here. Don't need ear protection for this bike. Like I said, everything just works the way it's supposed to. Let's say this is, I can't remember, maybe 93 is when they transitioned into a water-cooled bike. Horn works. I've already warmed it up like I do with all my bikes before I give them a couple revs so you can hear what it sounds like. It's not a ripper. It just does what it's supposed to with this big exhaust. I don't see a lot of people at the tracks. Usually the earlier models or their later models. So there's the last of the 1100s, and then we have the 1981. They painted it. This is a snotty bike that's been bored out and has cams and parts to it. We've been doing some work on it. This bike is just an angry bike. I'm gonna start it up and let's see how it does here. this bike I take to the track and drag races, but yeah, it's the first 1100 and the last 1100. This bike's warmed up as well. The Sweat Hog. It's rough and ready, that's for sure. It'll pull a wheelie halfway down the 8th mile, and I think I've run like a 7.3 is my best on it. It's just hard to get a good 60 foot. Anyway, thanks for watching my videos on the page on the first 1100, and yeah, this GXSR 1100 1997. See ya.